Beyond the Fairway podcast, your man Dougie Fresh, your home for all things swagged out in the game of golf. Alongside Will Lowery, it is Open Championship week. Before we get to our predictions, we got Vince Carter coming in here. But let me get rid of all that. I got to talk to my homie because it's his favorite week. Your favorite major. Will, what's up?
It is, man. You know, last year, I didn't get my Open fix. You know, it's been gone for so long, people might think it's called the British Open again, which there's no British to it, just Open. You know how important Open. You know how important it is when you don't need no prefix to it. You don't need anything to recognize, to identify it. You gotta get U.S. Open. You got the back door, screen door Open, but this one is just the Open. It's just the Open. So that tells you how important. And I'm surprised it's not your favorite major. It's the Open.
Yep. Growing up, it was my favorite major, to be honest with you, because it was a style of golf that you don't get to play, especially as an American, right? Until they built Chambers Bay and all these other courses in Bandon. Now you can play that kind of golf here in the States, but you ain't got nothing like that in Kentucky, I tell you that. So
not for sale?
not in the V-Town, baby. Throw it up. Not in the V.
V-side.
Hey, Will, we had an extremely busy week.
Have you recovered?
I think my voice is still in Tahoe. I'm still waiting on it. You know,
so basically,
getting on the plane.
So basically, what you tell me, this energy I'm getting from you is all manufactured. It's not.
No, this is fake. No, this is 100% fake energy. Like, this is not real. Like, this is like that red light is blinking on the camera. Let's go. Because let me tell you something. That week was the thing about the week that you don't really grasp is like the ancillary things that go on, and like all the networking is done at like 1 o'clock in the morning in the casinos. That's where all the network is popping. So if you got to be at the course all day, you got to work the course, work the range, talk to who you can, and then you go to dinner, and then it's like we go up. So no, I am not recovered from the week. I might not be recovered by the time this thing rolls around next year.
Yeah, it's always something going on. I had one night when I was about to go to bed. I was like, Will, I just need one full night of sleep. And then I get a phone call. I think Ray Allen called and said, "Hey, we're about to go get some eat, and we're about to take some Lime scooters. The scooters."
Yeah, I saw y'all on them damn scooters. That was hysterical.
I was like, you know what, Will? I know you barely can have your eyes open. I know you got red eyes, both of them. But damn it, I had never been on a Lime scooter. I got to do it. So I was in bed all of 3.5 minutes. And I got up and I left, and I'm still tired. Like everything just slow motion right now. So I'm happy that we went. And this is your first time, right?
It was my first time, but I tell you what I found to be interesting. We were on the range, Will, from 7 to 4 every day. On the range.
That sun was cooking us, bro. It was cooking me.
I almost wanted to do a Will Lowery right now, right? Because with the hat backwards, look, I'm like, I didn't know black people could peel. Now, I'm not sounding racially insensitive, but I'm honest. I didn't know I could. So yeah. I gotta readjust my whole sun situation, and now I feel like that's gonna be my platform. It's like sun protection, because this is foolish.
If we can get an urban sun protection sponsor, would be key right now.
I feel like we need to just start that.
But every time we come to black people in some type of lube on our face, it's always cocoa butter. But if we can get something non-cocoa butter-ish, and that can help me protect this stuff I see below my eyelid, in this on my cheek, because I'm peeling, man. Like every time I rub my face, I had stuff in my hand. It was first time. It was the first time for me. So
what's crazy is, so where they had us set up, we had these white tents that were bouncing the light off of from the sun into us with lights and the sun. So we had like triple light on us, 13 hours a day. It was. It was a lot, and that's why my nose is now looks like a panther. Like I'm like speckled. Panthers aren't speckled. I should have said cheetah. I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking spotty. Black Panther. I don't know. I'm the spotted Dougie Fresh. I don't know what the hell that even means.
All that light exposed all my imperfections. I was like,
I tell you what, man,
it's too much light.
But getting back to the Century, like that is such an action-packed week. A lot of great personalities. Just a lot of golfers, man. Like that's at the end of the day, regardless of what everybody's done, There's a lot of golfers, and I can't wait till we start getting some of these interviews out. Will and I did a few from the range, so those will come out soon. But before we get to those, we got to get to this. Vince Carter, after slap boxing on the range with our co-homie right here, Will Lowery, he still sat down with us. Let's go beyond the fairway. Vince Carter. Beyond the Fairway podcast. Hey, look, I'm sitting here with two people that have no hairline, and I'm very excited about it.
And I can't do nothing about it.
I'm very excited about it.
I'm hanging on to mine, dog, as long as I can.
Vince Carter's in the building. What's up, Vince? How you doing, brother?
I'm great. Man.
Yo, this is
Life is good.
This is so weird, Dougie.
Come on.
This is my guy. So me talking to him like this is a little weird right now.
Yeah.
So
And it's funny.
I'm gonna look at you while I talk to him.
Hey, okay. So don't look.
That makes me feel weird. No, that
Here's
makes me
what's
feel
funny.
weird.
We had a conversation prior to this starting, if you recall. So I'm glad to finally. Thank you for bringing me on. Finally.
You know what?
It's a pleasure.
Will didn't come at you very correctly. Like it was.
Never
Vince,
has.
bring your ass up over here.
It never has.
You know what I'm saying? Let's rewind this before we even get to golf talk. Vince, how the hell do you and Will even know each other? And if you've played with them, how can you even watch?
We met here on the bus,
Sure
American
did.
Century.
With Tim Brown.
With Tim.
This is special. This is a special week.
And he
It's a
was
special week at American
he
Century.
was mad at for whatever
'Cause
reason.
we played in the group together.
No, but we played in a group
Or
together.
was it
But
Fairway, one of them?
we played a group together. But just before that, we were on the bus and you were
Right.
irate.
Right.
I was like,
Oh,
man,
yes.
what the hell you mad at?
Yeah.
I was like, V, I don't even know the guy, but you know when you see somebody by themselves talking to himself, he was.
It was just right because it was right after I got off the phone.
I was like, I know he didn't get a ring, but what is it? What is it? I was like, was that too deep? Okay, rewind. Pause.
No, we ain't
fired.
pausing.
No, that's all right.
This is
Shots
live.
fired.
This is live. No, that was a cannon that went
Yeah,
off at
that's
you
okay.
just now.
But
we found out we had
mutual friends.
mutual level of festivity over the same person
Festivity was
at that time.
Okay.
That is true.
Y'all was
And then-
angry at an individual.
Yes.
Yeah, that
And
just wasn't handling their business.
That kind of got our bond, right?
So, don't forget, we have to translate some of the things we say so that our audience understands.
Yeah.
So I was mad.
You were
and I
angry
was
at
ready
an
to go.
individual,
Yes.
and you was.
And I knew the guy he was angry with, and turned
Okay.
around. We just had our
So
conversation.
did you diffuse it, Will? Like it was a situation
No,
that
we
you
well,
interceded?
We moved on.
We moved on, and he's no
essence.
longer here.
Right. Let's go.
Vince, how the hell did you even get into golf, man?
So the year I came out of college, my junior year, college, excuse me, high school.
Yeah.
In college, it's been that long.
Yeah.
Coach Smith, Dean Smith, actually came up to Antoine and I and said, "Hey, you might want to start getting into golf. You know, a lot of business deals, a lot of great things happen on the golf course. I recommend, you just try it, whatever." Twan and I were like, "All right, cool." Bought some cheap clubs. I think I bought some Big Bertha Callaways. We headed to the range,
Yeah.
and just hacking at it. And athletes, whatever, people start just kind of giving you some direction. We're competitive, so we work on it. So that's how. For many years, for the years that I played golf, I never had a lesson.
Yeah.
Outside of going to the range, and I'm a member at an hour, so those guys would, hey, just try this, work on the towel drill, keeping your arm, all of these things, and I'll go work on it myself.
Yeah.
grind.
And then finally getting a lesson, I was just like, man, what was I doing?
So you
All that unsolicited advice.
And I got better like that.
So you just mentioned Antoine Jameson.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
sorry.
Jameson in there.
So how are you guys game now? Are you guys still competitive, or he's not
Always.
really? Is he
He's-
still into it? Heavy?
Yeah, he still play. I mean, he doesn't. He's retired.
Right,
He played,
right.
I was still playing
Right.
as a player, but
Right.
it didn't matter. But we're into it. And whenever I get a chance to, he comes to town or I get there, I'm always like, hey,
Let's
what's
do
going
it
on?
up.
He's like, he'll laugh. He's like, I already know. But yeah, I mean, this is now my pastime and my passion. This is my competition, and it's a chance. Got little kids, but it's a chance to get away and just like it's nothing like it.
Right.
I mean, I know you play it a
Yeah.
lot and you guys talk about it a lot, but it's nothing like coming out here and just brotherhood or just time to yourself, man. Because I'm a
Absolutely.
person, I can play golf 4 hours by myself.
He
You
can.
go out there solo. No, just
No, not without a problem. Like
Cool.
I'll call a dude, hey, y'all can't make it? Cool.
Let me tell you something,
do
Doug. Talking about somebody who loves the game. I'm gonna give you a quick story, very quick. It was myself, V, Johnson Wagner.
okay.
We went and played Quail Hollow.
That's an interesting group.
Very interesting.
Very.
group. It was very interesting. And so now Johnson and I, we're happy to be out there. We're playing, but now V just hit it into the bunker. This guy still has a smile on his face. And so I said, Johnson, when's the last time you've been that happy on a golf course hitting the bunker? He said, it's been a while. So talking about somebody who loves the game, this guy right here. And every year he's getting better and better.
But I feel like athletes have a better outlook on golf anyway.
Well,
Facts.
I mean,
Facts.
I give you that, and it was for me. It was the experience of playing with guys. You play with your friends and guys who are okay. Then you're getting a chance to play with guys who play for a meaningful purpose.
Absolutely.
These guys play for money. These guys play and compete for the level. That's something that I'm trying. Maybe not the level, but that's what I want to do. I want to compete. So now, anytime you get the opportunity to play with guys that do it every day, that's what it is for me.
That's all about.
That's what it is. So I get to play with Johnson, get to play with you guys that y'all do it. So I was thankful for it. It's like, all right, look, I'm hitting at this bunker, but I'm going to learn. And we sat and talked about putting. And all we did was move my ball position forward.
Absolutely.
At that time.
And he started rolling and rocking.
And I saw a lot better.
Right.
Just little different
Gave him the
things.
gun
And for me,
he gave him a stick to beat me with.
Yeah, I have.
And
I have appreciation for guys like that, who are willing to not only we play and it's a competition, but they just give me tips and I'll just watch them, how they work. Yes, he has a different swing, but the mentality doesn't change.
Yeah,
you're what you're looking at, your targets. How do you think about different things? The one thing I take from you every day, and we weren't even face to face. You brought him, keep the ball in front of you.
Just keep the ball in front of you, bro.
You told me that in a text message and on a phone call one day.
Right, yeah.
Keep the ball in front of you.
Keep the ball in
He
front
said,
of you,
whatever
bro.
happens, just keep the ball in front of you.
Yeah.
And you'll see your score drop.
See,
and I've gotten
got
better.
all kinds of little sayings like that, like know your four.
Yeah,
like,
know your four.
Know your
four.
four.
You know what? You got to understand
third
what
eye
makes you take
pointing.
third eye, all that
Like,
stuff. Yeah, I got all the old school stuff.
That's a little far out.
Yeah,
for me,
it's
but
okay. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. It's
yeah.
going to stick with you.
Yeah, I got you.
But you talking about, understand the mentality as your approach to this game. What's the mentality in getting to the broadcast booth? Because how has that transcend over to the space?
My mentality and my approach to this was just like Vince in high school wanted to go to college and play in the NBA one day. Mm-hmm. How did I go about that? Well, I asked questions. I made sure I was around people that did it, some of the best if I had that opportunity, and repetition. So every year leading up into my retirement, once the season was over, I made sure I was in somebody's studio. Wow. And then once the finals got there, I was at the finals.
You were there.
Working sideline, working whatever. I did all of these different jobs, so I have appreciation for it and learned the game. And I got the chance to talk to, the Stuart Scotts and
Rest in peace, Stuart Scott.
you name, you can name any, Craig Sagers, all of these guys who are so willing to lend a hand. Mike Wilbon, these guys, or working with these guys, like, anytime you need help, or you guys questions, Doris Burke, ask. Okay, cool. So I'm asking these questions, so I get the chance to work with these guys and watch how they operate, and that's how I got better.
You still have insecurities?
Not as much. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing, but let me tell you this, Will. 8 years prior to me officially as a broadcaster, I put the work in.
Yeah.
So my first day official as on the other side, I didn't realize it. I forgot that,
You forgot you was a newbie.
I'd already been doing it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wow, but 9 years prior to this, I had the preparation was
Yeah.
to when I hit the ground,
You're right.
I hit the ground running.
Absolutely.
Not, okay, I got to do it like this.
Yeah, first
I
hand
gotta do it like
experience.
that. No, I was already doing this, so I was already ready to go. And that's kind of how basketball was.
Yeah.
Putting all this work in, so when you get here, you hit the ground ready to go. You still have stuff to learn. I still have many things to learn, and there's a lot of guys who are part of the agency group that I'm with. That I get messages from them all the time. Hey, do this, keep up.
I love that.
Remember to do this, and I'm listening. Yeah. I'm never too big not to listen.
I love that.
I don't care what. Even my accomplishments in the NBA, my last couple of years when I'm about to retire, my last year, I'm still listening to my OGs.
Yeah.
On the game or being
sense.
a veteran, how to get guys. Like I was still like, yo, I got you. And this is not. This is one of the same.
Was there anybody on your team as a rookie that you kind of took on your wing to kind of transcend that same information?
For man, I had so many rookies, so I try to consistently just kind of give these guys. Everybody's a little different. Yeah. Everybody's a little different on the approach and the thought process and their mentalities. But however I can kind of say, hey, he needs to hear this, or I was told this, and I think this would help him. That's what I tried to do. So I always made it my business. I just kind of I sit back and just see what we're dealing with kind of guys, because everybody don't like to come up be first.
Right.
Hey, bro,
I get
don't
it.
know
I get
you.
it.
I don't know you.
Absolutely.
But some people like, please help me.
Right.
Please help me. So, but I try to make it my business to help, because I say, to me, I like to see a young guy be like, hey, man, hey man, what you see out there?
Oh, yeah.
What you see? What I'm doing wrong?
That
How can I get
feedback.
better? I like that, and I love and that's how when guys come. Okay, you mind if I give you some feedback? Hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you got?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Just
cool.
don't do that to me on the range though, because it's my, you know what I'm saying. I'm on the range, swinging, doing my thing. I don't need your
unsolicited
advice.
advice.
Get the hell on.
But here's the funny thing is, I mean, it's kind of a gift and curse because sometimes it's like I don't want to overthink it, and then sometimes like I appreciate guys who do it that see quick. One little thing, like I said, putting. You gave me one thing that turned my game around and lowered my score. A second. Say it again.
Got the little homie.
Oh, I thought you were about to say something.
He was coming in too. But Vince, you got a big opportunity coming up, and congratulations for the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
I heard that
Yeah, man.
we're gonna hear a little bit more from you coming up in Tokyo.
Man, let me tell you something. When I got the phone call that it was an opportunity, obviously there was a lot of things that we had to make work. And once everything was passed through, and I was like, my first year in this business, and I get the Olympics, and I'm sure it ruffled feathers.
Yes, of course.
For those who
Good.
did it.
Somebody's feathers need to be ruffled.
But I put the work in before
Prior,
this
yeah.
day. So people who didn't even know I was calling summer leagues games and sitting at the finals and working sideline and doing all these things. It's like, how did you go? Like your first year in and you're this good. I was like, thank you, but I've been putting this work in. So when my opportunity got here, I was ready to go.
I love it.
Well, Vince, thank you for putting up with Will. Let's just get that out.
It is stressful. I find the way. I persevere is what I think the word. I persevere.
I'm just glad I got the slap boxing on camera. We're gonna put that into
Did
this
you see that?
episode.
No, he's about to get these hands. I'm telling you, man.
He was about to.
I mean,
He
he got
was-
longer reach.
he
He
was-
got longer reach.
he was about-
He does have longer reach, but I'm just saying. I mean,
Eventually, you had to figure it out.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
We was about to go into some jujitsu and try to take it down.
He had to get
You gotta
set
chop
to get.
the tree
I
down
wasn't
from
gonna
the
let him
legs.
set
Hey,
his
I'm
feet.
about to say my age. I'm about going at Tai Chi. You remember Tai Chi, do you?
But you can't fight in Tai Chi. That's a
Dude
meditative.
look like a drunk guy on the side trying to hold himself up. They do.
I don't know how we do this. Vince, we end our show the same way with everybody. We call it Rap Foursome right here, Beyond the Fairway podcast. You're going to go play golf with 4 rappers, dead or alive. I'm not asking for your Mount Rushmore of rappers. I'm asking you about 4 rappers you can go out and do your thing with on the course for however long y'all out there.
4 rappers?
4 rappers. You're playing a
know
5
one
ball.
of 'em.
So, Vince, my question to you is, who you pulling up to the course with?
I know one of them.
Who? Good.
Because every time the song come on, he get in a different mode.
Who?
For it. He get a little more violent.
Who?
T.I.
That's one.
Every time on the golf
Yeah.
But is that one of yours?
Yeah, he be one.
Okay, we'll put T.I. on there.
Mystical.
Ooh, I didn't
Take
see
it
that.
fast. Man, all.
Watch out.
Ooh, there's so many people. Like I grew up in music.
Exactly. But you
I
gonna
played
play
in the
golf
band.
though. There's
That's
not
what I'm saying.
every golfer, every rapper you can't play with.
It's not. I'm certain half these rappers I'm naming right now probably don't golf.
Exactly. That's
At the same time,
That's the beauty of it.
What's my? Oh gosh, I have to pick a. Oh my god, give me.
Sean Foley. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Okay, sorry. Don't. I can't. No.
hot mic.
Not my
Hot mic.
Method Man.
Method Man. Okay. Okay.
I think he'd be cool to play golf with.
Yeah, and then
Keep it real, man. Keep it real with you.
I like that.
give me
Man,
Jay Z.
Jay-Z.
I mean, I'm all over the place.
You sweating like
it's
you
all
stole
good.
something right now.
Yeah,
man. Like,
yeah,
you
Jay-Z.
talking about rappers.
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z, Mystical, T.I.,
and Method Man.
Method Man. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with that. I mean,
Okay.
and my group could possibly change if we actually did this another day.
I feel like we should try to set this up, Will, like Beyond the Fairway with Vince Carter. And we actually go get these rappers
Absolutely.
and do it. It might have to be Atlanta-based rappers.
Yeah,
You know, we'll do
they're
it.
totally different than what they were at the time when they were hot. So yeah, I'm all for that. Absolutely.
I want to play with Scarface though.
That'd be a good one.
You know he
Callaway
play.
guy.
You know he plays though. A lot of people.
There's a couple of it's a West Coast rapper that plays in a couple of programs.
Q. Schoolboy Q.
Schoolboy Q.
Well, gotta get
And
Q.
he's another guy that I would add. You know.
All right, in your,
Yeah.
in your 6 ball now. 'cause
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
5 and now.
yeah.
It's okay.
I mean, this is a pro-am. So
Pro-am,
we
right.
got
There you
6.
go.
Hey,
I'm
well,
definitely gonna
I
ask
appreciate
Schoolboy
you, man.
Q.
Vince Carter.
Man, appreciate
Stepping
it.
in here, going beyond the fairway
Always.
with Will Lowery and myself, man.
Hey,
We
real quick,
appreciate it.
I gotta say this.
Say what you got to say, man.
Is it a hot mic?
Hot.
Hey, you're not gonna tell them that I drove you a lot of those holes out there?
Nope, I ain't gonna say nothing.
No.
The red button's off. Ain't nobody hearing that?
Yeah, I see.
Red button is on.
Let's look. That's live, right?
Oh, well.
Yeah.
My
shot is live.
I plead the fifth. I ain't saying
Okay,
nothing. I'm
cool.
going mute.
Okay, well, there you have it. Slap boxing and out driving Will Lowery. Vince Carter's in the building, my man.
Bro, see, that's what happens when you get Vince Carter, because you don't know what he's going to say. I thought, let me tell you, that interview just basically confirmed that we have reached another level of our friendship, because I didn't think that that dig with the rings, I thought it was a little too much. But he didn't let it go too much. It was pretty cool. He took it. He received it, and I know I'm going to get it back soon with a joke.
Yeah, it's coming back. That's for damn sure. You don't get that back.
That was a jab.
Speaking of jabs, I couldn't believe that
Nice.
there was a certain level of. I thought Canelo was the only boxer at the American Century. Comes to find out, you and Vince were literally slap boxing on the back of the range. For those that don't know what slap boxing is, we call it shadow boxing. Slap boxing is boxing, but it's where you slap the person. Exactly, it's open-handed boxing where you just, and it's taps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Will did get a little cheek tap from Vince Carter, and then Will absolutely just disrespected Vince. Was like, "Hey man, let's go do this thing." And he was like, "Really? That's how you gonna ask me to do your podcast?" And I had to go full out P's and Q's. Mr. Carter, will you please record our podcast? He's like, "Yeah, come on." It's cold-blooded, Will, man. I don't know what y'all got going on over there.
But you know what, though? It was near and dear to me when he gave me a credit. You know, like a credit of, we talk golf all the time, right? Mm-hmm. And when he said that, you never know sometimes when you say something and how it can be meaningful to people, you know? So I think it's why it's so important we have to be cognitive of what we say, how we represent ourselves, right? Because you never know who's watching. Sometimes you may be the only Bible that your friends may ever read. Who knows?
That's fair.
But when I said that simple statement of keep the ball in front of you, I did not know that it really meant to him. And, he has that text saved. So that meant a lot to me. So now it's making me really wonder, like, what else I said that people may be holding on to.
You know what pissed me off, though, is I forgot to ask him the one question that I've always wanted to ask Vince. And it was, did that shit hurt when you put your elbow in the rim? Like, right.
I
always wanted, and I had him. We had him right there. I didn't even get it out. I'm a little upset about it. I'm a little upset. But you know what? To your point earlier, though, you never know what someone says, how it's gonna like manifest in their life, right? Like take for example, Dean Smith telling him and Jameson, Antoine Jameson, y'all should take up this golf thing, right? That was years ago.
Right.
And they listened, and they're competitive now. And it goes to show you too what happens when you take the game up with a partner, right? Like, I'm gonna bust your ass. No, I'm gonna bust your ass. And everybody's just trying to, compete as they learn. I think that's kind of, that's how the envelope gets pushed.
Right. And speaking of envelopes being pushed, when shout out to Vince being part of the NBC family. It's a little weird when I see.
Hey, get Brian to bring some claps in here. Where the claps are up? There they go. Right there it is.
There you go. Because I really admire the fact that he put in the hard work to understand his craft. He said basically, if we put in a hoop terminology, he was in the gym, during the summers and working on, the commentating aspect, the crash course in journalism, so to speak. So I'm really looking forward to watching Olympics this year and just seeing how he navigates me through all the basketball hoopla, no pun intended.
Oh, I see like what that. You did there.
I like that one. Doug, it's that time.
Ooh.
My favorite major in all the world.
Okay.
The 149th Open Championship. Once again, America will begin the day watching the best golfers in the world compete on the rugged shores of the English Channel at Royal St. George Club in England. The Open Championship, Thursday, Sunday on NBC Golf and Peacock. Why'd you move?
I didn't move.
Oh, well, who you got this week for the Open?
I did not move, for the record. I'm watching you do the thing. You did a good job.
I appreciate it. My first.
I'm coming out of left field. Well, not really left field. I feel like I've sat and I've thought and I've pondered. This was on the plane back from Tahoe. I was like, Open Championship. Who do I want to go with? I'm going with the 3-time European Tour winner this season, as well as won a PGA Tour event earlier in the year. A lot of people are like, who the hell are you talking about, Doug? I'm talking about Higo Garrick. I'm going with Higo Garrick to win the 149th Open Championship.
Oh, really?
You heard it here first.
But that's one thing I like about the Open Championship. There's 156 players this week in the field. 50 of the players are making their debut. And I have a feeling that all 50 players have a chance to win their first time.
I feel like of the 156, 154 have a chance.
I love to hear who you're gonna call out. Who's the two that don't have a chance?
It was statistics speaking, right? That was just probability. Okay. Like of the people in the field, a couple don't have a chance. You got a couple, I don't call them sponsors exemptions, but you had a couple guys play well in like qualifier, and it's not gonna be who they are.
But that's one thing about golf across the pond, Doug. Everybody has a chance. I think you know that. Bro, who was Ben Curtis before he won? He was that bottom two that you're talking about.
Yeah, Ben was of the
Did you know John Van de Velde before he messed up the 72nd hole?
But he didn't win.
But he won ish. He won ish. If that make any sense, you know what the hell I mean. Hey, but I think I'm going.
He won ish. No, I get it.
He won ish. Because he's the only one that won. He's the only one that had the Eclair jug taken away from him.
You know what? That's a new segment. We're going to dive deep into this. Like, he won ish.
He won ish.
Like, yeah, John Smoltz kind of won ish at the American Century this week. Yeah, I get it. No, I like that.
But I think I'm going with maybe. Here's my prediction right here, and I might be I'm picking and I'm cheating a little bit. I'm going with a past champion, older guy, Ernie Els, which also he's competing his 30th Open Championship, leading field, and I'm going with the guy whose birthday this week too, Adam Scott. You always play well on your birthday week, so I'm thinking Adam Scott and Ernie Els are going to be this year's victors in 149th Open.
Hey, anything can happen. Royal St. George's Golf Channel, Peacock, NBC. Go check that out because I'm going to be watching. Come Sunday, a new champion golfer of the year.
And they're both going to winish.
All right, Will, we got to get to this, man. Shank of the week. It is time for the coveted Shank of the Week.
Shank of the Week. Who you got?
Yo, let's set the scene before we name drop. We're at the American Century. They're doing a long drive championship on the 16th hole. There is a left-handed player that decided he was going to swing for the fences. Swing speed was clocked at like 140, which is actually absolutely impressive. But about 70 yards off the target line, they put a launch monitor, and there was a golf.com, golf magazine producer behind the camera taking video, point of view on his iPhone. Well, Justin Tuck, you decided to hit a toe ball 90 yards left of your intended target, and you almost took my man Mark Hannon out there from golf.com. And you know what? As the ball whizzed past Mark's head, it actually took one of the LEDs out on the scoreboard. That was, there was a scoreboard there. So think about how far left.
Hold on, way over there?
Like it was on 16 and he almost hit it 14 direction. It was very left. So, Justin Tuck, you have earned the Shank of the Week.
Wow. The LED light?
Dude took one out of the scoreboard. Yes, sir. He took it smooth out.
Jeez. I wonder if he's paying for that. My Shank of the Week goes to the great Hall of Famer. One with the most personality, often imitated but never duplicated. Never. Charles Barkley. Charles
He
Barkley
should've
bet on
got it
himself to
beforehand.
finish. Charles Barkley bet on himself to finish among the top 70 in the field of 88. He put $100,000 on himself. 5-1 bet. That's how much he was getting paid. If he would have won, he would have won $500,000, $500,000. Well, he finished 76, and he just got a pat on the back from his peers. But shout out to Stan Utley, his new golf coach, who has really, provided a drastic improvement. So I believe Charles may make that same bet, and I may put tens and tens of dollars on Charles next year.
Okay.
I think that might be a good move for me. So I like where they're trending. Shank of the week, Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley, Justin Tuck getting the Shank of the week here. Hey, everybody, we appreciate y'all so much rocking with us right here Beyond the Fairway podcast. Appreciate American Century and NBC for having us out in Tahoe for the week, man. We really enjoyed it. Hey, more to come, more to share, and more to listen, so do just that. Follow, listen, subscribe. You know where we at, right here, Golf Channel NBC, Beyond the Fairway. We'll holla at you.
LED light?
That's all you got?
That's all I got, the LED light. I forgot. That's how much I'm off my game right now. LED.